Hello, welcome to my channel Cosmic Vibrations. Some of you may remember me from before, some of you may be new. Welcome. It's been a heck of a chaotic year for all of us. And so I'm back, if any of you used to watch me before. So the plan is now I'm still going to be coming out with general readings for all of the signs of the zodiac for each month. Since November has already begun, I'm going to be coming out with those for December. But for now, I'm going to be doing a daily collective message for everyone that is not sign related. And so it may resonate, it may not. This is an experiment to see what ends up happening. So here we go. This is going to be for, let's see, today's the 9th. It'll be for November 10th. Come here, Raven. And so we'll see what comes out. I'll do one big message and then the details underneath it. So let's see which deck wants to be used as the main message for the 10th of November 2020. Any of these want to be the main one? This is calling to me, so let's see. You can always fast forward through this part if you would like. Maybe I'll do a timestamp on when the actual reading starts. Let's see what comes out for the collective message. And of course, pretty much all readers have to set their channels on for entertainment purposes for legal reasons, but I want to mention this also because this is supposed to be fun, or this is supposed to be something to look forward to every day, kind of like a daily ritual, I guess. And because it's over a 24 period, whether or not it resonates will become fairly clear in a short amount of time. But it's also, even if there are difficult cards, I'll try to read it in a way where you can come away with some kind of a daily meditation or something to think about. Okay, so what is the daily message for the collective for the 10th of November? The Sun, nice. Okay, and I'll probably do 5 cards. I may pick more. We'll just see what comes out. Which one wants to go first? Hopefully you can hear me okay. This is a brand new computer. Last year I had 3 to 4 computers all crash on me, one after the other. So I'm not familiar with the microphone on this one yet. We'll have to see. Okay. We'll keep these a secret until the end. This one wants to be next. If you're curious about what decks I'm using, I'll tell you what they all are at the end of the reading. Wants to be next. Whoa. turn that over. I guess I'm supposed to. Between the upstairs neighbors and my animals, you're going to be hearing some noises in the background, but hopefully my voice will override whatever is going on in the background. There isn't really much I can do about it. Which one? This one. Almost done. All right. So I'm going to take away all the ones that I ended up using, and I'll leave the one that I didn't use for clarifiers in case we need any. Okay, so here we go. I find this interesting that this one wanted to be shown right away, and so did this one. So let's look at these two first. First of all, your overlying biggest message for the 10th of November is the Sun, which is happiness, fulfillment, being able to express yourself fully, a reason to celebrate, joy, and also I would say protection from benevolent forces in the universe. Some people call them angels, some people call them other things, but it's still saying that you are protected and it's a time to be happy. So the second one that wanted to show itself is called mending. So these two together may be saying that perhaps before the collective wasn't as happy as it would like to be. Maybe there's been sadness. Maybe there's been a lack of hope. Maybe there's been a feeling of a lack of protection, or a lack of, I'm getting a lack of meaning, almost feeling meaningless, or lack of hope in the universe. But this is mending now. Something about this is being healed. And you're also taking an active role in this process, as in you're taking initiative. You're acting on this, wanting to better things, wanting to make sure that things are functioning to the best of their ability. And if there are tears, rips, things that aren't functioning, you're looking at what you can do in order to have it function better. This can be lots of things. This can be relationships. This can be, because this is a collective message, it could be talking about mending the collective connections. It can be working together, because this is two people mending flags together. Cooperation. Yeah, so let's look at the rest of them. Interesting. Okay, let me just look at it for a moment all together. Okay. This is also called the Hanged Man in other decks. In this deck, it's called the Tree. things have been at a standstill. Things have been resting so that you can look within and find answers within. Possibly things in here to do with meditation, prayer, trying to still the mind, tune in to your natural instincts, your visionary abilities. Also, I'm looking at this as also what's been going on in the world as far as lockdowns, people staying in their homes more than they ever have before. It has forced the collective to really look within, perhaps even see some aspects of yourselves or your lives that you were too busy to see before. But ultimately, I'm getting a strong feeling of prayer or meditation or just trying to still the mind, still the spirit, focus on the spirit, the spiritual realms rather than the physical. Tuning in with nature as well, tuning in with our natural abilities. And also, this is visions. This is visions, dreams. Maybe you've been dreaming or trying to focus on the things that you would like to see happen in the collective and also within your own being as well. What this is magic prayer. So again, making a concentrated effort to believe in the connections between all things, believe in benevolent forces in the universe, to focus on the spirit realm or with your own spirituality and with things like hope, prayers, wishes, feeling a presence of protection, also wanting to be inspired, asking for inspiration, asking for guidance. Okay, so let's go on. This is a Lenormand deck called, what is it called again? The Gypsy Witch Oracle playing cards, something like that. Lightning. And this says, lightning denotes surprise, disagreeable in accordance to distance. So shocking change, shocking change that can upset things, upset the status quo, conflict, also unpredictability. Lightning is very unpredictable and it comes out of the blue. And it happens very suddenly. So sudden awakenings, sudden change, sudden chaos, sudden things that seem to tear things down, but it's necessary in a certain way in order to see what does not have a sound structure to it. Whatever did not have a sound structure is now crumbling and has been struck. So I can see if there's massive chaos, change, sudden awakenings, it is very important to try to stay as positive as possible, to tune in to how you really feel about all of this, and also to ask for the positive forces in the universe to help guide you through massive change. Then we have the Mending card. So whatever was struck before, it seems as though it's being mended in a more whole form than before. I am not getting total destruction here, because if there was total destruction, there wouldn't be a mending card right next to it, and you wouldn't have the sun as your overlay for today. And so you're starting to, it's kind of like healing after a sudden shock. Anytime someone is delivered a feeling of shock, it's almost like a blow to the belly where you lose air, you lose your breath. It's like being knocked out of your own body. But this implies that you're catching your breath again. You're starting to breathe deeply and relax. Lightning. Lightning tenses people up. This is relaxation after a shock. and also working together, figuring out ways of working together, figuring out ways of coming up with solutions to rifts and tears. This can also be healing over some health issues as well. Your last card is Actions Speak Loudly. Express your love through your actions. And again, there's something about actions here. Before, it was necessary to still the mind, to try to focus on positivity, positive thinking, trying to maintain balance, especially within. But now, after this major shock or change or chaos, now it's time to take action. Mending something is an action that you take. Mending does not occur by sitting around not doing anything. And so you're looking at what can be achieved, what can be worked out, what can you do in order to mend certain situations, or even mend rifts within your own being, as in healing. What actions do you need to take? But I'm getting a really strong feeling of that this does not take much effort. These actions come very naturally, and you feel very motivated to take these actions towards a good, bringing in wholeness, doing whatever it is that's necessary, especially things like compromise or reconciling differences, coming up with solutions with other people as well, and then acting on those things. And so all this is a reason to celebrate. Also know that you are backed up in this process completely, and you feel much better today. Even though things are still being mended and you're still healing from some kind of a shock or chaotic situation, you are feeling better about being able to do what is necessary and to completely express yourself without fear of being struck down. So obviously this can be applied in so many different ways, and you know more than me in which way, if this even resonates for you, in which way this manifests itself in your life. So that's about it. That's actually a really beautiful message. Let's see if I get anything else before I go. I'm also seeing that not only are you taking actions towards bettering situations, and you're coming out of what seems like a cocoon period where now you get to come out and fully express yourself in a new form than before. But I'm also getting you are heartened by seeing actions being taken around you that better situations. And that is a big boost to things like hope, positive thinking, and feeling like you're not alone. I'm getting something in here about feeling very alone before, and now you're starting to not feel alone in this process, that there's a whole collective that's on a similar wavelength as you, that you are not the only one going through these things. And by actively working together and taking actions to mend situations with other people, it's very empowering, and it's almost like a new chapter has begun that you're very excited about. Okay, that's about it. So I'll see you on the 11th, which is tomorrow. And yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, bye.